another video from Bioholic. Today in this particular video I will complete the chapter Taxonomy and Systematics, and this is going to be all about the binomial nomenclature. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so it is very important to name a particular species, right? So that it can be identified by the same and single name all around the world. So what are the main purpose of nomenclature? The first one is to help to communicate, and the second one is to indicate the relationship and to know the origin. Okay? And now we need to know what are the two types of nomenclature. So the first type is the vernacular name, which are the name which are spoken in a local languages of any region or any area or any country. Okay, now suppose you are going to travel in another country, okay, and there you don't know the local languages, so it will be more difficult to communicate with people, right? So here it is the scientific name which will clear the confusion for communication, okay, because it is universally accepted name. The scientific name is the universally accepted name. Okay, so the nomenclature provides proper specific distinguishing name to each and every organisms. Understood? So let's start with the word binomial nomenclature, where the first word starts with bi, which means two. So it simply means that this particular nomenclature is having two type of terms, okay, and this is given by Careless Linears. Just for example, Mangifera indica, where the Mangifera is the generic name which represents the genus and the indica which is the specific epithets which represents the species. Okay, now the generic name should be always simple noun and the specific epithets should be always descriptive adjective. Okay, so what is binomial nomenclature? So the binomial nomenclature is a system of providing distinct and proper scientific names to the living organisms, each consisting two words, first generic and the second one is specific epithet. And now I'm going to tell you guys a very interesting fact about Careless Linears. Okay, so the fact is that the name of Careless Linears was Carl von Linné. So at first his name had two surnames, but when he had given the idea about the binomial nomenclature, he converted his name into Careless Linears because the name has two terms, just like the other binomial nomenclature like Mangifera indica. Okay, so he changed his name into Careless Linears after the acceptance of the binomial nomenclature. Okay, so it is a quite dedicated thing towards his work, you can say. And now we will learn how to write the name. So at first take an example. I am taking the example of mango, the Mangifera indica, or you can take any other examples of your own choice. So the scientific name of mango is Mangifera indica. Now the first rule is that all scientific names are derived from a language that is Latin word, because it is the dead language, so it cannot be changed. That is the reason why Latin word is used. And the second rule is that these are written in italics. Here you can see this, and you can also see this in your books where it is printed. It will be written in italics. But if they are handwritten, then they should be separately underlined, just like this. Okay, and there will be a gap between these two words, so there should be no any common line. Okay, now one thing I have already told you, that the binomial nomenclature consists of two terms. One is generic name and the other is specific epithets, and this is the reason why it is called as binomial nomenclature. Okay, so the first letter of the generic name should be in capital letter, but the first letter of the specific epithets should be in small letter. So in the whole binomial name, only one letter will be in capital, and that is the first letter of the generic name. Understood? Now, sometimes the name of author should also be mentioned at the end of the name, just like this. So when we write the author's name at the end, this is called as citation. Okay? The thing is that the name should be within 3 to 30 words. Mind it, it should not extend 30 words. Okay? Next thing is the main rules of the binomial nomenclature. So the biological names are generally taken from Latin language irrespective of their origin. So new names are now derived either from Latin language or Latinized. Second rule is that each organism is given only one name consisting of two words. The first word in a biological name represents its genus, while the second component denotes the specific epithets. Now, the scientific name is printed in italics or underlined separately when handwritten to indicate their Latin origin. The fourth point is that the first word denoting the genus starts with a capital letter, while the specific epithet starts with a small letter. And the last point is that the name of the author or the discoverer is written after the specific epithet in abbreviated form. For example, Mangifera indica Linn. It denotes that the species was first described by Careless Linears. Okay. Next, I have mentioned two examples of binomial nomenclature. One is the shortest binomial nomenclature, that is the EIO or the scientific name of Vesper tilione bat, and the second one is the longest binomial nomenclature, that is the scientific name of Stratiomyid fly, that is the Parastratiophaecomia stratiophaecomioides. Okay, and now here is another rule of binomial nomenclature, that is the rule of priority. So the law of priority says that if a genus or species has been accidentally given two names, only the earlier one is valid. The later name becomes the junior synonym. It means that the first name applied to a taxon is the name that will be used. So the priority relates to date of publication. The oldest valid name of a taxon or the senior name takes precedence over all the other names of a taxon. Okay? For example, Polygala L is the senior name of the other junior synonym like Polygalia neck or the Polygaloides agosti. Now, if you want to know more about the examples of binomial nomenclature, then please check the description box below, where I have provided some examples of the binomial nomenclature of different plants and animals. Moving on to the advantages of binomial nomenclature. So the first advantage is It is simple, meaningful, precise, and standard. The second one is it is easy to understand and remember, and it avoids the confusion and uncertainty, and it indicates the phylogeny. And finally, it is easy to understand the relationship between the organisms and the group of organisms. Okay. Next, here are some important terms regarding to binomial nomenclature. So the first one is tautonym. So the tautonym is a scientific name in which the same word is used for both genus and species. Examples: Vulpes vulpes, or the scientific name of red fox. Next one is synonym. So if the same taxon has often been described and named more than once, then the later names are called as synonyms. For example, Thea chinensis is the synonym of Camellia sinensis. Next one is homonym. So a homonym is a name that has been used for more than one taxon. Example: Impatiens capensis and Impatiens capensis. You can see the dates. Now the next one is the toponym. It is a binomial name of a plant based on or derived from a place or based on the location of the thing named. Example is Mangifera indica. Now, if you have any doubts or questions regarding to today's lecture, ask me in the comment section below. And must check the description box where I have provided some questions regarding today's lecture. Try to solve this and the answers will be provided in the next week. Now if you like this video, then give it a big thumbs up and share it with others. And if you are new here, then please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get further notification of our upcoming videos. I will meet you on next Wednesday with a new chapter. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Till then, take care and keep watching Bioholic.